The end of Dragon Ball DAIMA has arrived, and what an ending! We had a fight truly worthy of Super Saiyan 4. We saw one of the best Kamehamehas ever fired by Goku, and we also got a fun and quite surprising ending. However, there was also a lot of disappointing stuff in this episode, and more, now it's official. Dragon Ball DAIMA threw Dragon Ball Super in the trash. Let's talk about this last episode now and do an honest analysis of the things that happened. Stay connected in the channel and let's go to the video. The episode starts with Goku in full brutality, summoning an absurd amount of ki using Super Saiyan 4 and charging against Goma, landing a punch with mastodonic force. But Goma manages to tank the punch and starts to counterattack, and then the two start going at it hard. Goku still manages to have the advantage, landing some good hits on Goma, but once again, the third eye revitalizes Goma and strengthens him even more, giving him a slight advantage. Goma summons his scepter and uses it to summon several energy balls, which he sends toward Goku, who now has to deal with all these attacks. Goku handles the energy balls, resumes trading blows with Goma, manages to strengthen himself a bit more, and lands some stronger hits on Goma, but the Demon King gets stronger again. But to Goma's surprise, Goku actually enjoys the fact that Goma keeps getting stronger. The two then continue fighting, with each attack becoming more intense. Despite Goma's increase in strength, Goku still has the advantage, landing multiple hits on him. Goma gets stronger again and uses the third eye to send several attacks at Goku, but Goku once again manages to handle it and goes back to hitting Goma, giving him a real beating, cornering him and even knocking him down. But Goku doesn't stop there. He begins to invoke even more power, messing with the entire environment around the arena. His energy is so immense that Goma can't even believe what's happening. Goma begins to panic and fires several attacks, but none of it works, and Goku repels everything just with his ki. After concentrating all that energy, Goku launches a massive Kamehameha. Goma tries to repel the Kamehameha with an energy blast powered by his own third eye, but even so, he can't stop it. Goku then increases the power of the Kamehameha even more, and interestingly, at this moment, Goku's interior is shown, and an image of him shouting appears that, at least for me, really resembles the legendary Super Saiyan in a moment of rage. So, is Super Saiyan 4 really connected to the legendary Super Saiyan? Wouldn't be too surprising, right? Well, after boosting the energy, Goku pushes Goma's attack aside and simply goes through him with the Kamehameha. And the Kamehameha is so powerful, but so powerful, that the energy simply passes through the three worlds. The energy goes from the first demon world through the second world and then all the way to the third world. Even the sea in the second world ends up spilling into the first world. Guys, what an insane Kamehameha. I think this one will at least make it into the top 3 Kamehamehas. Seriously, after taking that brutal attack, Goma is left completely dizzy, and then Piccolo tries to take advantage of the chance to remove his third eye. Piccolo lands the first strike, the second one, but before hitting the third, he ends up being accidentally hit by the dying Goma, knocking him out. Man, what a screw up from Piccolo, seriously. Also, I don't know why Vegeta didn't go help. The two of them together would definitely have succeeded, but I already expected that Piccolo wouldn't succeed, since it would be too predictable for things to go according to their plan. Well, after Goma realizes what Piccolo was trying to do, he gets even stronger, and it looks like this time things are really going to get bad. Everyone tries to join forces to stop Goma, but an electric energy barrier forms around him and pushes everyone away, even Goku. Goma is fully healed from the wound caused by the Kamehameha and is more powerful than ever. Now, no one will be able to stop this guy. I mean, no one except Majin Buu. That's right, guys. Majin Buu manages to defeat Goma. It turns out that Majin Buu ends up falling near Goma's head, so he simply takes the chance and lands 3 big hits with the magic book on his head. With these 3 blows from Majin Buu, Goma's third eye pops out of his forehead and he returns to normal. Man, that caught me off guard. The third eye falls near Glorio, who simply steps on it and the eye disappears. Wow, for such a powerful magical artifact, that eye was pretty easy to destroy, huh? It's probably why Abura kept it locked in a safe. After the third eye is destroyed, everyone is happy and starts praising Majin Buu, but what he really wants is the praise from Arinsu, who ends up giving her approval to him too. And finally, he has Arinsu's approval, poor guy. Goku is also very happy that everything turned out fine, but Vegeta and Piccolo don't seem as happy. Piccolo must be a bit frustrated that he didn't land the final blow on Goma, and Vegeta is definitely bitter with envy that Kakarot did much better than him again. Goma is imprisoned, apparently by Neva, who mocks him, saying that Goma's reign was very short. Soon after, Arinsu arrives with Marba, both ready to seal poor Goma. They're looking to give him a sentence of 100 years in prison. But Piccolo advocates for Goma, saying that since he didn't try to kill Dende, his sentence could be reduced to just 99 years. Arinsu, who interestingly had Daigezu trapped in a magic of hers, releases him and asks Marba to imprison him with Goma, so they can keep each other company, and then both Goma and Daigezu are sealed in this magic bottle. After all this trouble, the group starts to think about who will be the supreme king of the demons. Shin ends up suggesting that Arinsu take the throne since it's what she wanted, and also she seems to have some remnants of conscience. But Arinsu refuses the position, saying that if she takes the throne without gaining more power through the Dragon Balls, they will easily take it from her. Neva then reminds everyone that the one who defeats the Demon King is the one who should become the next Demon King. At that moment, everyone looks in shock at Majin Buu. Majin Buu then agrees to become the Supreme King of the Demons, and he immediately chooses Arinsu as Vice King, which surprises her. Majin Buu says that he knows how to evaluate people better than anyone thinks, and he claims that although Arinsu is very ambitious, she's not as bad as she seems. Also, she's very intelligent. He also decides to choose Majin Buu, Marba, and Neva as ministers. He says that Marba and Neva are smart, talented, and have magical power. Plus, they know the demon realm like the back of their hands. Majin Buu also appoints Glorio as a minister, because it's rare to see a Majin with good sense and a heart like his. He also decides that King Kadan will be a minister, as his courage in fighting for the realm was admirable. King Kadan says that he's from the third world and has never seen anyone from the third world receive such a position. But Majin Buu insists, saying that he will be the first. Majin Buu then goes to the people from the outside world, asking if anyone wants to be a minister. Goku replies no and says they're going home. Majin Buu asks if anyone else wants to be a minister. Hybeast says he does. And then Majin Buu finishes his work for the day, being cheered by everyone. Majin Buu also calls Arinsu, saying they're going to make the demon realm a scary yet good place to live. She agrees, and then they're both cheered side by side. Piccolo then comments that here comes the new supreme king of the demons, King Ku. Later, over in the third demon world, Pansy gives Bulma some Magellite stones that she had promised earlier. Meanwhile, Majin Buu is handing out cookies for everyone to take on their trip back. Vegeta is still pissed, saying that he could have won the fight against Goma. And now comes something that really confused me, guys. Vegeta accuses Goku of hiding that transformation of his. Goku finally gives a name to the transformation, which will be Super Saiyan 4. However, from what Goku says, it's clear that he had been training to use this transformation but wasn't sure it would work. In other words, this statement from Goku suggests that he had already been training to use that transformation and didn't just gain it through Neva's power. And that's complete madness. Why the hell didn't Goku use this transformation in Dragon Ball Super then? What's the explanation for that? Honestly, it's getting hard to say that Dragon Ball DAIMA is consistent with Dragon Ball Super now. Well, continuing on. Goku says that Vegeta managed to achieve Super Saiyan 3, but Vegeta says that wasn't Super Saiyan 3, it was Ultra Vegeta 1, but the name is so lame that Goku doesn't even give it much attention. After that, we see the farewell moment of the Namekians. Neva asks if Dende would like to live in the Demon Realm, saying he could have a peaceful life there, but Dende says no, and that he has his responsibilities on Earth. Then Neva asks the same thing to Piccolo, who also declines. Dende says he will contact the Namekians who lost planet Namek and became nomads to see if they would like to live there. Neva likes the idea and says he'll wait eagerly. Poor Neva, hopefully some Namekians will come to keep him company. King Kadan tells Goku that because of the hole he made, gas is leaking into the third world, which is making the air lighter, and he thanks the people from the outside world for helping them so much. Panzi and Glorio will take everyone back to the outside world, and the others say their goodbyes. Everyone very happy. Then we see the credits and some special art, and after that, there's a post-credit scene. While everyone is being taken back, Goku asks Glorio about the store where they bought the revive bugs, asking if they can stop by. Goku says he wants to buy several of those insects since they've run out of senzu beans. While Goku is asking this to Glorio, Bulma is looking at herself in the mirror, not too happy, probably because her skin has aged again. They then stop by that store, and the salesperson is very surprised when she sees grown-up Goku and Shin. Bulma takes a look at the insects and is disgusted, but when she finds out that there are insects that rejuvenate the skin, she immediately wants to buy them all. Pansy, while looking around the store, simply finds a jar with 2 evil third eyes for sale. The salesperson says she had 3 of them, but sold one a long time ago. So the whole time there were 2 third eyes in that store. Man, that's absurd! And the anime ends with everyone completely shocked to see that there were still 2 of those eyes for sale. And what can I say about this last episode? Guys, the episode was absolutely amazing. The fight between Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goma was really good, and I'd say this fight truly gave the Super Saiyan 4 transformation the recognition it deserves. And that Kamehameha Goku landed on Goma, in my opinion, is one of the best in the entire franchise. And the whole thing of Majin Buu defeating Goma and becoming the Demon King was a pretty surprising and cool twist too. I liked it. Overall, the episode did a good job of being exciting and emotional. I think it managed to do everything just right. But I had some disappointments too. First, the anime ended and we didn't see the join bug in action. In other words, it was a concept they introduced into the plot that generated a lot of hype among fans, but ended up being a huge letdown because it was simply forgotten. That was really disappointing. Another thing that was very disappointing was the lack of explanation about Super Saiyan 4. Like, they basically threw out the coherence of Dragon Ball DAIMA with Dragon Ball Super. It just makes no sense at all for Goku to have gone through all of Dragon Ball Super without using or even mentioning Super Saiyan 4, especially in Battle of Gods, where Goku clearly should have used Super Saiyan 4 against Beerus instead of Super Saiyan 3. Another thing left unresolved in Dragon Ball DAIMA was the fact that Shin and Kibito are separated, which is another big contradiction with the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. I don't really know what to think about all of this. Basically, either we'll have to deduce that Dragon Ball DAIMA isn't a canonical anime, or this anime is a huge plot hole. I don't think there's much else to say. And what bothers me the most is that it wasn't hard to make this anime in a way that would be coherent with Dragon Ball Super, but it seems like the guys just didn't care about any of that. I think, in the end, the fans care much more about the Dragon Ball story than the producers do. The other option is that the Dragon Ball DAIMA anime came to start a new timeline in Dragon Ball, to have a separate continuity from Dragon Ball Super. But that doesn't make much sense either, since the various universes and even the Kaioshins from DBS were mentioned in this anime. Anyway, I think we'll have to wait and see if the DBS manga mentions anything related to Dragon Ball DAIMA. If the manga doesn't mention anything, I think we can consider this anime filler. But if the manga does mention it, we can consider it a huge plot hole. Well, to sum up, the episode was really fun, but these inconsistencies ended up bothering me a lot, and what bothers me the most is that if they wanted this anime to introduce other things, like new transformations, this anime could have perfectly been a Dragon Ball Super story, perhaps coming after the superhero arc. It would have been perfectly possible to fit a story in the Demon Realm in DBS with the proper changes to the plot. But no, they decided to make a story after the Majin Buu saga just to add things that clearly contradict Dragon Ball Super. I can't understand these guys. Now, speaking of the Dragon Ball DAIMA anime in general, I'd say it was a 6 or at most a 7 out of 10. The anime had excellent moments, like the battles against the Tamagamis and especially these last 2 episodes. But it also had a lot of bad stuff, like several inconsistencies and some subplots that didn't make much sense and were kind of boring. I think a 6 or 7 is a good average for this anime. But now tell me what you thought of this last episode of Dragon Ball DAIMA and also of the anime in general. Give your rating for episode 20 and for the anime as a whole in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a friend who's a Dragon Ball fan. A big hug to you all and see you in the next video.